What's up, everybody? Welcome to part 2 of how to build a quilt store. As you can see, we're in our new space. We've got everything moved in here, and we're gonna take you from the very beginning of building to moving in and setting up. If you haven't seen our last video, make sure you check it out. That was the beginning process. This is the end. Come on. What's up, everybody? So we're here in the new store, as you can tell. Lots of construction going on. We've taken out all of the walls. That's the remnant of them over there. Pretty much opening everything up. There was a lot of short stem walls that we need to pull out. So everything's out. Machine area is going to be over here. Office is over there. Warehouse in the back. Everything, this big space behind you. We got classroom and lots of, here, I'll come this way. Classroom and lots of fabric. And this is it, guys. Welcome to Sew Yeah Quilting 2.0. What's up, everybody? So we are, as you can tell, in our store that is empty. We are on like our final truckloads of stuff. And the process, everybody's moved before. You start with everything that you can think of, and then all of a sudden you've got 30 truckloads of the random stuff. So we're on that last random truckload. So this kind of a surreal moment. We're standing here in what used to be our set for our shows, and everything's empty. So as you can see behind us and everywhere, we're moving. It's kind of a surreal moment. It's kind of like a...
It is. As we've been going through this, I've been like, man, I don't know if I want to leave. But yeah, all good things must come to an end.
So it was interesting as we were walking through around here to the back area yesterday. We emptied that first, and so back area is completely empty where the pallets are and where they were. And that's kind of when it hit me of just like, the warehouse is moving. Like this is the end. Yeah, just super, honestly, the only emotion that I have as we're moving is just like of gratitude and of like, you know, when we moved into this warehouse, it was like this just unobtainable task of getting a warehouse. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, in a couple of years, we're outgrown and we're moving to the next one, and it's just
at the beginning,
all gratitude.
At the beginning, it was like, how does this make sense? How can we afford this? How are we gonna, are we gonna need this much space?
Yeah.
And now it's like, we have to get out of here. We have to get something bigger.
So, but I guess huge thank you to all of you, to friends, family, and everyone else that's been with us along the way. And we're moving. Looking forward to a new building. The store is empty, it's ready, and we are ready to rock and roll in our new store. So we'll see you there. All right, everybody, so you've seen the packing process, and you can see behind us, we're not quite moved in yet. We're gonna show you how we did things and how we packed things up, or I guess how we moved them more than anything. The best way to move fabric that we found is black 55-gallon garbage bags.
When we talk about moving a quilt store, it's always about the fabric and the shelving units. However, there are like the tech department, there's the long arm department, sample making, and the random, you guys have moved. The random-ish
You never realize how much crap you have until you've moved it. That's really still the case in a quilt store.
And so then multiply that by 10,000 products.
Right, and so we just had to get everything in one location and get it here. That's why we're still a little bit messy.
We kind of made a game plan first. Like, okay, how are we gonna move this? We closed the doors of the store, but before we did that, we started moving the back areas. There's office areas, there's inventory areas, long arm quilters, sample makers, repairs, etc., etc. We tried to move all of that because it was in the back of our store, and nobody really could tell that when our store was open. Once that was done, we started on the main area, and we did it kind of systematically. First, we got all of the notions, all of the pre-cuts, and packed them up into boxes like these ones here. Once those were all packed, we got all of the fabrics off the shelving units into bags and moved, and then we went to the shelving units and then just the displays, the odds and ends. So let's walk over and you'll see kind of what it turned out to be on the show floor, and then we'll give you a little more behind the scenes looks.
And it's still a work in progress.
Yeah.
As we mentioned in the previous video, we wanted to have enough space in the new store to put in some really nice displays. That way you can see, a mock sewing room, a quilt on a bed. Maybe you've never made a quilt before, and so you can actually see, hey, this is what this is gonna look like when I'm done.
So as we mentioned in our last video, we have changed out all of our lighting. Lighting is such an important feature of a quilt store because if it's too yellow, then the fabric looks wrong, and if it's too dark, then you can't get the clear image there. So what we've done is we've replaced almost 400 lights here to LED daylight lights. That way they match perfectly what you would see outside as what you're going to see inside the store. So guys, when it comes to light, here's just a quick little example for you. Is this shelf looks absolutely stunning as always, but if you get it too dark, you can see how the white just isn't quite as white as it was before. Or if you have it out and if the lights were yellow lights, then this whole thing would kind of look cream instead of having a really crisp white print. So lighting is huge here, and since we have so many displays, we can shine lights directly onto our displays as well. So love our new lighting. So we're here in the machine area, and we've changed this completely from the last store. We probably had 1,000 square feet. Now we're up to like 2,000 square feet of just sewing machines.
It's much bigger and way better setup.
Yes, and cabinets and everything that you could possibly imagine on top of that. Can't announce this yet, but we are planning on bringing some more brands in, so you make sure you stay tuned for that.
Let's come around the corner here. So as you can see, so this is kind of the end over here of the machine area. It's got everything going this direction. So we carry Brothers, Berninas, Genomes, Jukis, and Handy Quilters. And before we were only able to have 1 or 2 of each of them like in our old store and like crammed together. Now, if you come pan this way, you'll be able to see we've got plenty of space for the high-end Brothers, plenty of space for high-end Berninas, high-end Genomes, and we've kind of set things up to where if you walk in and say, you know what, I got 500 bucks and I'm ready to buy a sewing machine, we can walk you over and say, hey, these 3 machines are for you. You walk in and say, I've got $20,000, we can walk you in and say, this machine's for you, okay? Got any more noise to make up there, David?
So what we also have is a nice display in here. We have an entire YouTube video on this and a video on selecting your cabinets as well. But we have this beautiful kind of what your room could look like. On top of that, a room like this doesn't have to cost a fortune. So you gotta make sure you check out that video to see how we've done this. But we just love having these amazing displays.
Okay, so this right here behind me is what is currently our classroom. Now, so in the construction process of this, we knew kind of what we wanted, but we didn't want to nail things down officially because we didn't know if we wanted to change it. For example, we knew we wanted a bigger classroom. We didn't know do we want it wider, do we want it longer, do we want it, bigger on both sides, do we want it to be, whatever the case may be. So as you can see right here, so these right here are shelving units that we've put up. So there's fabric on the other side. And eventually this right here is going to be a closed off to the ceiling classroom. But this is the size and shape that we're going to try out right now, just to make sure it's how we want it. Obviously we're missing tables, we're missing chairs. We've just done a couple of small classes since we've opened. But those are kind of some of the things that we're working on. Same thing on the other side, you saw we have that temporary wall. We didn't know, are we gonna need 5 more feet one direction or the other direction? Are we gonna need to put a jog in it and turn it? They're all things that we know we're going to want in the future. We haven't quite finished because we want to make sure that it's perfect. And I'd rather not set everything up and put up walls and have to take them down and move them like we did in the old store, like we talked about in the old store.
So guys, we've upgraded our Notion wall. This is one of 3 different Notion walls that we have. It's just time that we have, there's so many unique Notions out there for like cutting half square triangles or just the normal rulers as well. We are trying to stock all of it and supply the best ones for you guys. So we got this wall. The next wall down, we got a bag wall, which is nice to have. We love bag making, and we have a full display coming out of just bag making. So we got bag making here, and then the next one down is a pattern wall, because you gotta have your patterns along with more displays, obviously. So we got our news displays, we have to load those up, and then our pattern wall here as well. So it's nice to just have the space to hang things and have them available.
Welcome everybody, come on in.
Thank you.
Welcome in.
Wow. Okay, thank you. Opening day. Got a store full of people in here. Feels good, let me tell you.
Oh, it's doing it. We're going. So could we have stayed closed an extra week or two and polished everything up? Probably. You know, we could have put in the permanent walls. We could
Everybody was so excited.
Well, and it's part of the experience. That's one thing to all of our Quilt Star owners who are beginning this journey. It's okay to have
process.
The walls not done, or that quilt's not there yet, or anything like that.
As long as everything's safe,
Yeah,
let them in.
And it's great for the consumer to be a part of the progress. You know, like, it's good to see new and fun things, and that the store is growing, and not just.
And if I could just
one
jump
and
in and say, you mentioned the consumers. The quilting industry field has the best people in it. I mean, and
That's true.
People came in. Nearly everybody was happy. Except
Got lots of hugs. Lots of hugs.
yeah,
So proud of you guys. Like, you know, a lot of that was fun.
And people would come in, they look around. Oh, you know what? What a great store! They're standing next to the pipe and drape wall that there should be a wall there, and all they see is
The effort.
the effort, how great it is.
They see their quilt store.
Exactly.
You know, and that's what we want to be, is the people's quilt store.